Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome to a brand new mini-series of mine where I've taken over Chelsea for just one season. So, of course, Chelsea in real life have signed loads of players in January, and the winter update has just dropped. And Chelsea, in my opinion, after the winter update, will be one of the most popular teams to take over in the winter update. So I've decided myself that I want to take over Chelsea as well. I'm interested in what I can do here with the club. They've signed so many players. They've got such a big squad, but yet they didn't sign a striker. So one of the catches of this new series of mine is I will not be playing any game with an out-and-out striker. I aim to play with either a false nine or either a deep lying forward on support as well. I'll probably mix between the two depending on what games I play. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. I'm not making any signings either. I feel like the club has got enough signings as it is. I think there's over 30 players, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not planning to make any signings. Can't make any signings in the first window anyway because I've disabled the first transfer window, so no clubs can make any signings. And in January, hopefully I can offload some players I'm not using, but I need to make the most of the squad. I need to keep the squad as happy as possible. And with so many players, it's going to be tricky, but I'm looking forward to it. Well, success here with Chelsea. I'm hoping by the end of the series here, as I said, it's only one season. I'm hoping that we can win at least one piece of silver. That would be very nice. Whether we can win the league or not, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we can. I'm sure we've got a chance, but it's going to be difficult, of course, with Man City in the league. Of course, Arsenal are smashing it in real life. I'm not expecting them to be such a title threat here in FootballManager. Liverpool as well, massive club in FootballManager, of course. So it's going to be tricky in terms of the league, but if we can win a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, even the Champions League, it's possible, I guess. So we'll see what happens, but the main thing is, can we do all this without playing without an out-and-out striker? Well, of course, most of us are familiar with Chelsea, so we don't really need to go through their history or anything like that. They're a massive club, of course, and as I said, only a one season, this one, so not really looking to develop the youth, anything like that. Anything like that is not really important. Even contracts are not important, because if they expire into the season, it doesn't matter, because I won't be here anyway. So none of that is really important, really. Well, according to FootballManager, this is the best 11, but I'll tell you one thing right now, Aubameyang, he's not going to get much game time for me, I'll tell you that. I'll probably look to sell him in January, to be perfectly honest with you. 170k a week, impact sub as well, so I don't know why they put him down here as in our number one starting 11. Probably because he's mainly the only striker, out-and-out striker at the club. Of course, you got Amanda Broja as well, but I don't think he's really cut out to play for Chelsea, to be honest. Joao Felix, he's probably going to be my number one striker for the season, well, as a false nine or a deep line forward on support. We shall see about that. Havertz, Sterling's going to be a key player for us as well. Conte, of course. The midfielder's got a lot of depth. Thiago Silva, what a player he is. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about this little mini-series. I'm planning to make about 5 or 6 episodes. Maybe even more, maybe 7. I'm not entirely sure. Depends on the games we get, I guess. In terms of the club vision and stuff like that, again, not too important, because only once, hopefully I don't get sacked. That's the main thing. Sign high reputation players, not really interested in that. Said I'm not signing any players here with Chelsea. As I said, the only thing I might do is sell some players in January. But in terms of signing players, I don't think I'm going to sign anyone, so I just don't see the point. Same with signed players under the age of 23 for the future. Signed enough for them in January. Chelsea did. Obviously, Badiashile, Madueke, got Chukwuemeka in the summer as well. So Fofana, Mudryk as well, of course. Enzo Fernandez under 23. So don't really need to sign any players under the age of 23. As I said, don't really need to sign any players. Of course, if you're doing Chelsea in a long-term save, you're probably going to look to try and sign a striker straight away. But I don't want to do that. I want to deal with what I've got at the club. What is the actual plan for the end of the season? Well, end of the current season is qualify for the Champions League, challenge for the FA Cup, and reach the latter stages of the Champions League. The Carabao Cup is be competitive, so I feel like all of them are doable. I'll be ashamed if we don't get top 4. That'd be disgraceful, to be honest. So hopefully we can do that. Challenge for the FA Cup. We can win the FA Cup. That'd be very nice. Reach the latter stages of the Champions League. Again, the Champions League in the league may be very difficult to win, but that's certainly got it in us to win one of those competitions. We shall see. I think we'll find out quite soon if we're capable of that. The supporter culture as well is play entertaining football, play attacking football, and sign high reputation players. So hopefully I can please the supporters of the first 2. Not going to please them with the bottom one though, because I'm not signing anyone. Supporter expectations as well, challenge for the Premier Division title. Hopefully we can do that. Get the better of our rivals Millwall if we happen to play against them. Well, the only chance we've got to play against them is in the Cup. Finish above Tottenham in the league, finish above Liverpool in the league, finish above West Ham in the league and finish above Arsenal in the league. Well, hopefully we can finish above Tottenham, West Ham and Arsenal, guaranteed. But Liverpool could be tricky because Liverpool, of course, are a very, very good team. Not so good in real life at the moment, but they're very good at FootballManager, same with Man City. Well, before I get started with anything here with Chelsea, first thing I'll do is get the first team sorted out. Got to get rid of all these loan players in the first team here. Don't like seeing them there. Get rid of them. Well, I got rid of all the players out on loan from the first team. Left with 25 players in the first team. I already noticed some players we are missing here, so I better go upgrade some of those players or promote those players to the first team, as I should say, and already can spot them there. Yeah, Madueke needs to be in the first team, that is for sure. What's he doing in the under-21s? Badiashile as well. What's he doing on the 21s? I know they're both, hot prospects for the future, but they're players who can do a job right now, those two especially. Fofana as well. I'll call him up for the first team. Who else am I missing here? Broja, he can go to the first team as well. Chukwuemeka. See, this is how big the squad is. It's ridiculous. And where's the Andre Santos? That's it. And Lewis Hall as well, of course. He's played a lot in real life, mainly due to injuries to fullbacks, I believe. But he definitely looks like a talent. So I've called all those players up to the first team. Players that are definitely in and around the Chelsea squad currently. And now the size of the squad is 32 players. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Of course, I'm not going to be able to use all 32. But that is what I'm dealing with here. 32 players, but not an out-and-out striker at the club, which is just crazy. But there's not much else to talk about really at the start of the season. As I said, normally at this point I'll go try and look for some signings to make, all that. But of course I'm not signing any players, so the only thing I need to do is gonna improve the coaching team as much as I can, get all the training set up, everything like that, set all the individual training up for the players, set up some friendly matches and all that. And I'm going to bring you back for the first 2 games of the new season here. And we couldn't have asked for 2 trickier games to start the new season. Well, the first game of the season, it's better to get them out of the way, I guess. First game of the season is Man City away from home, so that is a brilliant way to start off with Chelsea, that's for sure. And the second game of the season is at home to Arsenal, so obviously, Arsenal are a great team in real life currently. Could go on to win the Premier League. Hopefully, they do win the Premier League. But in FootballManager, Chelsea at home to Arsenal, I fancy our chances then. I'll be disappointed if we don't win that game. So if we can come out of this episode with 4 points, I'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. So without further ado, I'm going to get everything set up, all the training, all the friendly matches, etc. And I'll bring you back for the first game away to Man City. Okay, well, here we are. I've got all the boring stuff set up with the team, and this is the squad I am starting off with at the start of the season here. As you can see, there's only 27 players in the squad. I did start off with 32. That is because I've demoted some of them to the under-21, so I feel like I'm not going to use all of them at all times, and because they're under the age of 21, they are registered automatically for the first team. So in the under-21s, I've got Broja in here, Lewis Hall, Andre Santos, Chukwuemeka, and Fofana, all with chances to play in this. I'm sure some of them will play at some point during the season, but I feel like putting them in the under-21s is a good decision. That way it keeps up their match sharpness. Even when I need them, I can call them up to the first team when I want, basically. And because all of them are under the age of 21, they get to play for the Chelsea under-21s as well on a regular basis. So those 5 are in the under-21s. Of course, if I was doing a proper save here with Chelsea, a long-term save, I'll be loaning these players out. Andre Santos will be loaned out. He already looks like a very good player, very good potential player for the future of Chelsea, if we manage anything to go by. Same with Lewis Hall as well. Broja probably not going to be good enough to play for Chelsea in the future, but we haven't got too many striker options at the club, even as deep line forwards or false nine. So Broja could come in handy at some point. We shall see about that. Hopefully keep his match fitness up in there. Lewis Hall probably not going to be cut out the standard to play for us, to be honest, in this first season. In the future, yes, but obviously this is only 1 season. So Chukwuemeka as well, he's another one, could feature at some point. He's definitely got bags of potential and already quite a decent player. Same with Andre Santos. And Fofana as well, probably rated a bit higher than Broja. He's more of a complete player than Broja. He can play on both wings as well and up front, of course. So those 3 or 4 players there, definitely in my plans. But at the moment, they start off in the under-21s. So, as I said, we start off with the games away to Man City and then at home to Arsenal. What a tricky way to start the new season. As I said, if we can finish off this episode with 4 points, I'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. So I've set up my tactic for the season here with Chelsea, and this is the sort of tactic I'm going to go with. If you watch any of my other series, you will know that I do chop and change things each game. As I said, one thing that will change guaranteed for every game is when we play with either a false 9 or a deep line forward on support. So this will be the sort of tactic I'll be going with throughout the season. High press on there, overlap left and right, shorter passing, player at defence, low crosses, because obviously I haven't got a striker there out and out who's got any height at all or anything like that. So this will be the tactic I'll be going with on most occasions, a positive tactic on the front foot. But because we're playing Man City away in the first game of the season and I'm absolutely petrified of Erling Haaland, I'll be playing with a 3 at the back system, hopefully to try and nullify his threat as much as possible. I'm still expecting us to lose this game, and I won't be ashamed if we do lose the game. I hope we don't get battered though, but I really hope we get at least 3 points out of the episode with Arsenal at home as well. Well, with so many players at my disposal here, it's hard to figure out my strongest 11 at the start here. Obviously, there's some players here just absolute no-brainers, like Thiago Silva. The bloke's an absolute freak, honestly. 20 composure. Stands up massively. What a player. 19 positioning as well. I know Haaland's going to have the better of him for pace, but he's so good that hopefully he can keep Haaland quiet as much as possible. Also, Reece James as well, going to be a mainstay in the team. Conte as well. Sterling probably. Felix probably as well. But the likes of, Fernandes is a very good player as well, going to feature many occasions, but we've got Mason Mount there as well. Kovacic. Centre midfielders got really good depth here at the club. Havertz, he's decent, but obviously got Mudryk in there as well, Madueke, Pulisic. So, going to be lots of chopping and changing as much as possible. Chilwell as well is a key player for us. In this first game, I'm going with 3 at the back. I'm not going to play with 3 at the back on many occasions, that's for sure. I want to play on the front foot, but Man City away from home, you've got to be a little bit cautious playing there, in my opinion. So this is the team for the first game of the season here with Chelsea. Got Mendy in goal. I've got Fofana, Silva and Badiashile centre-backs. I've got James and Chilwell as wing-backs. Conte and Fernandes in the midfield. Havertz on the right, Sterling on the left, and Felix as the false 9. So for today's game, I've got focused play down the right here for us. I feel like Man City's weakest part of their team is their left-back situation. Nathan Ake is playing there in today's game, so hopefully we can exploit that a little bit. Reece James wing-back on attack will help out Havertz on that right-hand side. Of course, Nathan Ake is no poor player, not by any means, but if you're trying to pick a weak point in Man City's team, you really are struggling. So that is the only place I can really feel like we can have any joy in the game here today. Also got mid-block on there as well. Standard defensive line. I've gone with a cautious mentality, but not too cautious. As you see there, the mentality is actually balanced, not cautious. I want us to be wary of Man City, but also try and do something in the game as well. That's why I'm set up with a balanced mentality here. It could be for nothing though, because Man City are a brilliant team. But stranger things have happened. Man City away from home. Let's get this series underway. Before we get started with this game, guys, please remember that if you like this video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video to get seen by more people. And also, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out and he much appreciated as well. So let's get started then. As I said, this is literally the toughest game you can ask for in the Premier League for sure. It might even be the toughest game you can ask for in the world right now. So not a great way to start off the new season. But if we win the game, it's a brilliant way to start off the new season. We've got a highlight here straight from kickoff, but it might just be a wasted highlight because of the winter update. FootballManager has messed up all my settings here, so we start off with extended highlights. I've changed it to key highlights now. So this first highlight might lead to nothing. It does lead to nothing, so it's a pointless highlight to start off the game here. But 2 minutes in, we get our first official highlight of the game. Oh my word! It was almost in there, weren't we? Almost in. I've never played with a false 9 for manager, I don't think. Never, ever, ever. So I'm a bit nervous about how it can work here for us. Deep line forward and support as well. We shall see what goes on, but I'm already very nervous about this one. We go 1-0 down 3 minutes in, and this is not a great start, is it? Oh my word. Nice tackle there. Then Havertz gives the ball away very, very cheap. That was pathetic. Rodri with a... Oh my word. Already under the cosh here very early on, but it's what to be expected against such a brilliant team. So hopefully we can just stay in the game as much as possible and maybe hit on the counter-attack. We shall see. 13 minutes in, we're yet to get a single sniff in the match so far. Back on the highlight again. Here's a Kanji to Rodri. Oh no, that's a lovely take. But lovely little interception there. Here's Chilwell breaking free. Come on, boys. On the counter, here's Sterling. Should be used to facing Kyle Walker today. Kyle Walker, brilliant right back though, of course. And here he comes. Running up through almost the old team there. They get a quarter out of it. We start off this game very much on the back foot here. Free at the back. Doesn't matter. It's Erling Haaland, isn't it? 1-0 down already, and I'm already regretting my tactics for today's game. But as I said, this is Man City away from home. So if we lose this game, it's nothing to be ashamed of. As long as we beat Arsenal, that's all that matters. We get a highlight straight from kickoff here, though. Here's Fofana to Fernandes. Pass out to Reece James. Here's Havertz. Felix! Is he offside? He's not, is he? First chance of the game when they was leading the game for approximately 1 minute. So get in there. Joao Felix with a goal. It seems like we can score with a false 9. Get in there. I think to James then and Havertz. I thought he might be offside there, but Joao Felix slots in the back of the net very comfortably. I thought Havertz might need to play it out to James there, but he didn't. He played the right pass and is back on level terms here. Get in. Alright, maybe I don't need to change things after all. 25 minutes in, back on the highlight again, and Man City with a very dangerous free kick here. Bernardo Silva to take it. It's cleared though. Only as far as De Bruyne, and he can make things happen, can't he? Oh my word. At the moment, I don't know how it's a draw, to be honest, but it is. Here's Chilwell. To Fernandes. Here's Sterling. Badiashile. What's he doing there? Conte. Conte gives it away to De Bruyne. Not what you like to see. Here's Man City again. Here's Akanji. To De Bruyne. To Gundogan. There's Haaland. Like to see him there. It's good to see him there. Here's Havertz. Come on, let's counter him, boys. Thiago Silva. Nice. Other James. Come on, we ain't got a chance to make it 2-1. Surely not. James. Sterling. Oh, against his former team. Raheem Sterling with a big chance there. It's a difficult chance, though. It went a bit wide. But this has been a very lively start to the new series here. 30 minutes in, only about 10 highlights already. Here's Sterling, won the ball back. But he gives it away to Silva. Bernardo Silva shoots, but it goes over. Very lively start to this game. Very entertaining. Man City are clearly the better team in the game. But we certainly look dangerous on the counter-attack, which I was hoping for. Instead of draw out this game, I'll be ecstatic with it. But oh my word. Oh, you can't even write this, can you? You can't even write this. Joao Felix got sent off on his Chelsea debut in real life. And in his virtual universe debut, for me, he gets sent off. It's all that working with Diego Simeone, isn't it? Oh my word. Well, he's gone from hero to zero, hasn't he? Now we've officially got no striker. Not really what I was planning for, to be honest, but... Now what do we do? Now, you know what? I go back to cautious. I'm going to put a low block in there as well. I don't know how we're going to score another goal in the game, to be honest, without a set piece. But as long as we don't concede a goal, then it'll be a great 1-1 draw away to the English champions a couple. What is Joao Felix doing? What is this? What is with this boy in red cards in his debut? Oh my word. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? Is he trying to get red card in his debut? You must be joking me. You must be joking. What on earth is going on? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. We're down to 9 men against Man City with 50 minutes to go. Shouldn't really have get stuck in on, should I? Yeah, it's a bit too late, but let's take it off now anyway. Well, there's not really anything to do now apart from just pray. 9 men. Absolutely love it. Well, put these two on fullback and support, I guess. I can't... 9 men. I can't even remember the last time I went down to 9 men on any Foot Manager. And we've done it in the first game of the new series away to the best team in England. Wow, okay. I've got to take one of the defenders off, haven't I? Let's take off Badiashile. Let's bring on Mason Mount. It's pointless now, aren't they? We're going to lose the game now, that's for sure. With 10 men, there's slight hope, bit of a chance. But with 9 men. 9 men. No hope whatsoever. No hope in hell. If we get to half-time 1-1, I'll be surprised. Very surprised. What on earth is going on, though? That's it. Well, that's game over now already, isn't it? Erling Haaland with a second goal. This game is a little bit of a write-off now, isn't it? You don't really know much about the team. The fact that we got... One thing I do know is not using get-stuck-in mentality again. Ever again. 2 red cards. Straight red cards as well in the space of 4 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, don't know what to say to the team, to be honest. I just hope it's not going to be 7-1 or something. It might be 7-1. What start to the series. Oh, my word. It's Gundogan. Diaz. Haaland looking for his hat-trick, of course. Rodri goes over the bar. You know what? If we lose 2-1, I'll see that as a massive result for us. Down to 9 men. I see that as a massive... There's no way in hell we get anything out of this game now. There's no chance. It's hard enough against Man City with 11 men, let alone 9. Especially when you give the ball away as well. Haaland, well, he don't miss, does he? That's pathetic from Edouard Mendy there, though. That is absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. He should hang his head in shame. That's shameful. As I said, no matter what the scoreline ends up now in the first game, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. We've gone down to 9 men. You can't really judge it too much on that away to Man City. What is Mendy doing there, though? Absolutely pathetic, as I said. Shocking from him. Absolutely shocking. Battered. But down to 9 men, it's what you expect. Got a free kick chance here, though. Do we actually have a chance? Reece James? No. Ooh, Mount gets there, though. Could have gone anywhere, that. Back on the highlight again. Here's Grealish. Haaland looking for a 4th goal. Has he got a hat-trick now, Haaland? He's definitely scored at least 2. Well, he's definitely got a hat-trick now. Oh, dear. Wow. Good job, Felix and Fernandes. That's all I can say. Good job, Felix and Fernandes. Still got 33 minutes to go, yep. Thought Mendy might mess that one up as well, but he managed to gather it. Here's Kyle Walker. Wins the battle over Sterling. It's Bernardo Silva. This is not a great way to start the series, is it? Not a great way at all. I think this game's going to end up about 7-1, to be honest. So 9 men away to Man City. You can't ask for anything worse than that. You cannot ask for anything worse than that. Well, you can. 8 men. Penalty as well. You know, I've seen enough of this. I'm going to go on only commentary now to the rest of the game. I don't know what the scoreline's going to end up, but yeah, it could be absolutely disgraceful. Did they miss that penalty? They must have missed the penalty. Or maybe it wasn't a penalty after VAR. Because nothing's popping up here. We'll kept it at 4-1 to 70 minutes. Well, we've kept it at 4-1 for most of the game now. A couple minutes to go. Let's get key highlights back on for the next game. 10 seconds to go. As I said, we can't really judge things too much. It was 1-1 before we had... was it 1-1 we had the first player sent off? Or was it 2-1 at that point already? No, yeah, it was 1-1. We went down. So, who knows what could have happened? Who knows what could have happened? We could actually won the game. We could have lost the game. We could have drawn the game. We don't know. But we're now down to 10 men and then 9 men. It's nothing to be ashamed of. The fact we lost 4-1 in the end. It's just one of those things. Get stuck in mentality will never be on for me ever again. Not for Chelsea, at least, that is for sure. These two missed the next game, though, against Arsenal. Makes the next 2 games, I believe it is. So that's not ideal either, but at least we'll cover for them too. But yeah, Erling Haaland with 4 goals, but down to 9 men. What can you do? Let's just hope the next game is better. Arsenal at home, coming up next. Okay, well, here we go. We kind of asked for a much worse start than that, but the season starts now, so hopefully we can make amends here and beat Arsenal at home. In terms of the team for today's game, we're going back to a back 4. As I said, I'll be playing with this tactic most of the time. I only really played that tactic because it was Man City away from home. I'm a bit nervous about Arsenal, because they've got some very, very good players, but I decided, you know what? I've created this tactic for a reason. I'm going to go with it. Changes from the last game. Well, of course, Fernandes and Felix are both banned for 3 matches. So that is a great way to start the new season. So Havertz goes to deep lying forward on support. And Madueke comes in effectively for Felix to start there on the right wing. And also Mason Mount and Kovacic both come in for Enzo Fernandez and Badiashile. I don't know why Thiago Silva's on the bench. He's not meant to be on the bench. Thank goodness I saw that. So 9 of the 11 players are starting from the last game. There were 8 of the 11 players, should I say. Kovacic, Mount and Madueke come in. Going to start off the game on the front foot. Hopefully, it will send us over to a win. Well, as I said, if we can win this game, I'll be fairly happy with how things have gone here in the first episode. You know, we lost away to Man City 4-1, as I said. We're down to 9 men. We can't really... It's just a write-off, isn't it? It's just write-off completely. Anyway, 9 minutes into this game, we get our first highlight of the match here. Here's Madueke, who's really lacking in match sharpness. I was a bit nervous about starting him in today's game, but he really had an effort on goal, went wayward though. Not very promising signs early on here. Arsenal having the better of possession, but 17 minutes in, back on the highlight again. Chilwell with a long throw. Comes to Kovacic. Now here's Fofana. To Conte. Back to Fofana. Who needs a striker when you got Wesley Fofana? Get in there. Get it. All this came from a long throw as well. This is why I always set up my long throws. Wesley Fofana is only up there because of that reason. Look what he just did. What a finish from the boy. Get in there. I think, don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Please don't shoot. He shot and he scored. What a lovely strike. Sat Ramsdale down. Get in there. Lovely start to this match. Hasn't been very promising in terms of chances created. We're 1-0 up in the game already. And now we've got a corner. Reece James to take it. Fofana again. Looking for a brace here, Fofana. What a start to the game from him. Get in. Long way to go yet, though, of course. Arsenal still dominating the ball, but it doesn't really matter. Every highlight is for us. Got another corner here. It's cleared, but Chilwell's going to mop that up very easily. At least I hope he will. Out to James again. He shoots. Oh, my word. Hits the bar. Very promising signs here early on. Very promising signs. Back on the highlight again. Yet to see anything from Arsenal. Obviously, they've got some brilliant players, as I said before. So hopefully we can get a second goal soon. That'd be nice. Here's Havertz. Playing a deep line forward today. Lovely ball out from Chilwell to Sterling. Big chance here. Oh, no. It's cleared. James gets it though. To stay on the highlight. Probably not. Here's the goal scorer. Boots along. We are still on the highlight. Havertz. They're 2-0. Get in. Of course it's 2-0. Get in there. Lovely start to this match. Let's put that Man City game in the back of our mind. As I said, the season starts now, and this is very promising against one of the team's best teams, one of the league's best teams, shall we say? Madueke into Havertz. As I said, we're playing with deep line forward and support or false nine, and both of them have scored in the 2 games they've played so far. Felix has also got a red card, so he's been very lively early on here. Havertz, as a deep line forward, has scored in this game as well. Still, the game's not over yet. It's only 2-0. But very promising signs there early on. I said Arsenal are the better in possession, but we're creating all the chances. Conte there to mop up. Here's Mason Mount to Reece James. Come on, boys. Here's James. Crosses it in. Saliba clears it. Still got the ball, though. Here's Conte to Sterling. Can we make it 3-0 here? Here's Kovacic. Gets it back. Kovacic! Oh. Probably should be 3-0. Kovacic, not the best of finishers, it has to be said. Brilliant player, but not great in front of goal. Got a corner out of it though. James to take it. Fofana looking for his second goal again, but somehow it goes all the way out for a throw in there. Dominated this first half. By far the better team in the game so far. Couple minutes to go before half time though. If they score now, I'll be devastated. Jorginho against his former team, of course. Here's Odegaard. Unbelievable player, Odegaard. Jesus to Saka, another unbelievable player. Back to Saliba, Jorginho. He gives it away though, but then Havertz gives it away cheaply. Oh my word. First real chance was in for Arsenal there, and it's a bit too easy for Jesus there, but luckily we just get out to half time, 2-0 up. By far the better team, as I said. Arsenal having the better of the ball, which I'm not too happy about, but I'll certainly accept it, the fact that we are winning the game 2-0. So very happy with that first half. I'd really love a third goal though early on in the second half, just to kill off Arsenal once and for all in this game. That would be very nice. So it goes 2-1. I get very, very nervous in this game. Here's Odegaard. Back to Saliba. Now here's Tomiyasu. There's Jorginho. Back to Tomiyasu again. Making pass back to the goalkeeper. That's what we like to see. They're not any threat to us right now in this position, that is for sure. Now they are. Sterling gets it back though. There's Havertz. Havertz losing the ball again, Havertz. What are you doing, mate? James gets it back though. Have a chance to counter here. Sterling. Sterling. Got to be 3-0. Got to be. Oh, what a waste. What a waste from Sterling. He did so well to get in that position, but a massive waste there from the boy. Got a corner out of it though. Chilwell to take it. Very dangerous from corners. About 30 minutes to go in this game. It's still only 2-0. Against a team like Arsenal, you can't be fully confident. So it goes 2-1 in this highlight here. Be very nervous. Here's Jorginho. Mendy, why are you not just catching that, mate? Why is he not just catching that? Hits the bar. We've dodged a bullet there. What is he doing? He's a good goalkeeper, but he's erratic, isn't he? Matt's made a couple of changes, but let's see this highlight out first. So here's Madueke. To James. Crosses it in. Sterling. Oh. Gone to corner again. Looking very dangerous from corners, so who knows what could happen here. Reece James. Fofana just heads it back to Reece James, but still led to an attack. I think it's offside. Anyway, time for a couple of changes now, I think. Who am I going to bring on? Conte on a yellow card, but he's having a good game. Sterling had a 6.1 against Man City. He got 6.4 today as well, so he's not really impressive. I think it's time for Mudryk to get his Chelsea debut. Let's bring him on. Conte on a yellow card, but I'm not going to bring him off. Chilwell, I'm a bit nervous about Saka. To be honest, is Saka having a good game? You know what, I'm going to take off Chilwell as well. I'm going to bring on Cucurella for him. I'm going to put Cucurella on fullback on support to hopefully help with that Saka threat there. So 30 minutes to go. Mudryk and Cucurella both on the pitch here. As long as it stays 2-0, I'm confident. If it goes 2-1, as I said, I'm very nervous. Well, 20 minutes to go here. Can make another couple of changes, of course. Madueke had a good game, to be fair. 7.4 from him. You know, let's bring on Ziyech for Madueke. And I'm going to bring on Zakaria as well for Mason Mount. We're going a little bit more conservative here for the last 20 minutes or so. We've got Zakaria on there with Conte. Hopefully we can just hold on to this 2-0 lead down. That would be very nice. But we don't, I'll be very upset. Going back to a balanced mentality. Stop the fullbacks overlapping as well. Just try and hold on to this lead now, boys. Arsenal dominated possession in today's game, but as I said, it doesn't really matter as long as we get the win. That's all I care about. 5 minutes to go. It's be a lovely win, this. Lovely way to bounce back from their Man City defeat. Couple minutes ago, only 2 minutes of injury time. Surely that must be the game then. We're going to start time wasting anyway. Slow that tempo down as well. Slow the pace down there. Surely that's it. 2-0 win, a clean sheet. Yeah, get in. Lovely way to bounce back from Man City defeat there. As I said, if we didn't get 2 players sent off, who knows what could have happened. It was 1-1 at that point, but anyway, it happened. We move on, and we move on in style. We beat Arsenal 2-0. Look at that. They had 60% of the possession, but they had 6 shots, 2 on target the entire game, 0.2 XG. By far the better team and ran out massively deserved winners there. Only really one disappointment from the episode in terms of player performances. That is Sterling. 2 poor performances from him, but hopefully he'll come good eventually. Good news is though we've got plenty of cover, especially in that position. We've got Mudryk, of course, and also Pulisic as well. Other players who can play there as well. So plenty of cover. If Sterling doesn't show up, then we can replace him. But anyway, that is the end of the episode. It's definitely a lively one, but to cut out the episode with 3 points after the way it started, I'm quite happy with that. I'll move on, as I said. Get stuck in mentality. We'll never be on again here, especially with Chelsea. That is for sure. Haaland with 4 goals against us. But we're down to 9 men. What can we do? 9 men with 50 minutes left on the clock. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, bounce back from that with a 2-0 win at home to Arsenal. So that is great. Thankfully, we've got some favourable fixtures coming up. Southampton at home, Forest away, and Everton at home. I'm expecting 3 wins out of 3 there. So at the end of August, hopefully things will start to look a little bit rosy for us. In terms of the next episode, guys, well, the Champions League begins on the 6th of September, I believe. I think that's when we enter. Yeah, 6th of September. So I think I'm going to bring you back for the game at home to Liverpool. And there'll be a Champions League game in between there and Leicester, if I'm right. So hopefully that is true. I'll bring you back for the games at home to Liverpool and a Champions League game. Before then, we've got some favourable fixtures, as I said. The only real one that stands out being a bit tricky is Newcastle away. So hopefully we can win 5 of the next 6 games, 4 minimum. So we go into that episode, a bit of confidence. Home to Liverpool. Hopefully we can do a job on them. We shall see. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. Please remember that if you like the video, hit that like button for me. And also, as I said, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out. And much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.